Many Muslims ask the question, why do we have to ask such serious questions at the beginning? Can't we just chit chat a while? I mean, it's not that serious. Some also feel that asking detailed questions isn't necessary, that if you have good conversation, this will be enough for you to tell, are you compatible with a prospective spouse or not? One of the main issues that we have is that we've over romanticized everything, and we think that if we just talk with them and their personalities click, then fireworks will go off and everything will be just fine. And how many people have we seen that this doesn't work out for? The fact of the matter is that when you're going to get married, you need to do your homework, like detailed homework. Commonly what happens is people, they don't ask about the major issues early on, or sometimes they don't ask about them at all. And they get married and immediately problems start. This is unfortunate because, you could have taken care of these things before you got married. Let me give you an example. I was at a marriage class many years ago where the counselor was telling us about a couple that had come into him. And he sat them down and he asked the sister, it was the brother and the sister together, he asked the sister, what do you see in the brother that makes you think that you both are compatible? And she said, well, we go to the same school, we volunteer for the same organization, we have the same background. I think we're just go good together. And he asked her, okay, so do you plan on working? Like, yeah, I have a degree, I plan on working, I'm going to work this many hours, this is what I want to do, this is the profession I want to have. And the brother said, well, why do you need to work? I make enough money for both of us, you can just stay home. I mean, complete opposite. And he asked them about several more issues, and they were just on complete different ends of the spectrum. They ended up canceling the marriage. Imagine if they were already agreed to get married at that point. They had already okay, we're going to get married. They were already set. Imagine if they had actually gone through with it. That would have been a disaster. So, when we say ask questions, we mean ask about the major issues, things like the past, the future, education, family life, not things like what's your favorite color. Not that there's nothing wrong with learning about the certain person's favorite color, but that's not something that's going to make or break the marriage. Whether the person wants kids or not, that is something that will make or break the marriage. The problem with just chit-chatting too is that you don't really get to know a person by just small talk over coffee or something like that. It's when you ask about the deeper issues is when you truly get to know this person's character. So in preparing for marriage, the major issues need to be discussed, and when those are taken care of, everything else is will be just minor adjustments. The last question I think people commonly ask, they don't say it out loud, but they might be thinking about it in the back of their minds. They're thinking, gosh, all this questions, it feels like interrogation. It's not very romantic. You know what? I agree, it's not very romantic. You know what I also think? Divorce isn't very romantic either. Brother Q, signing off. Assalamu alaikum.